There's always a reason why you see me and most other people online complaining about women attitude. There is a reason why this thing is mostly pointing on women. And the simple reason is when you want to correct something, you sincerely want to correct something, you have to trace to the origin, the foundation of that thing, the cause. You see, the attitudes you see, the human behaviors you are seeing everywhere, most of them are not just what we grew up to start acting like. No, most of them have their background from whom they grew under, and 90% of the children, 90% I can tell you, grew under their parents, under their mothers. 90% of the children grew under their mothers. So the attitudes you are seeing mostly are attitudes drawn from our mothers. That's why you can always see some sensible people. For example, this is practical. I've worked in an environment where I served thousands of people, thousands of students. That's in a university. Each time I meet whether a girl or a boy, each time I meet each one that has sense, that displays sense, that is matured, when I look deep, when I engage into discussion with the person, I'll find out that he grew under his father. This is practical. He grew under his father. I met thousands of attitudes, and I always engage into discussions with them. That was where I even found that a large number of under 20 youths eh, are wearing spectacle. They are wearing spec at the young age. Their eyes were already affected, be it as a result of maybe pressing phone at night or whatever. But this large number of people are already using spec. If 20 people visited me in my place, I can tell you that 10, 16 have their spec. Either they are wearing it today, tomorrow you see it. Back to what I'm saying. This is the major reason why we point down to women. Women are the people who groom children. They are the people who groom children mostly. 90% of the children grow under their mothers. So the attitudes, if you are tracing them, it's very easy to trace back to their mothers, back to that person that they grew under them. So if we have all of these women who do not or have seen it that it is a right that they cannot apologize when they are wrong, that is why you also see many people who will hurt you and refuse to apologize. Who will hurt you, step on your foot, and be looking at you like this. Some of them will be expecting you to tell them that, oh, you step on my foot. That's what some of people expect. And some people like me will give you a response that will make you rather to speak. Since you think I should speak, to complain to you. If we don't train girls, if we don't give attention to girls, you see a girl who does not know anything, doesn't have anything in her brain at that tender age, and then she gets married without being properly trained, without being properly taught what to expect both in the marriage, how to respect the person is with, and this same person now have children under her. This girl who does not have any sense is having children. Tomorrow they're calling her mother, and then she is now in charge of those children. What kind of society are you expecting? And you're out there expecting to see a sensible society. A girl who doesn't even know her right and left, who can't even speak well, who doesn't have respect, who was not trained well, who have never tested business or tried anything, and who doesn't even take advice, who doesn't take instruction, who hates instruction like as if he hates, I don't know what to describe. And then children who are leaders of tomorrow, future of tomorrow, are handed over to her. So what magic are you expecting when those children finally grow up? And do you know what? Those children are we now. Those children are we. That's why you can see some people you call matured people who have grown up displaying very extremely stupid behaviors, very stupid, abnormal behaviors. Some of these people see it as a right to to take what belongs to you. They are seeing it as a right. That is what they learned from somebody. They saw it while growing. They saw it as an attitude. It's an attitude. They saw it while growing. You understand? It's not like a normal thing. It became part of them while they were growing. It became part of them. So it's nothing. To you, it's something. To them, it's nothing. Some also have this mentality that if I look for something I don't find, I should kill this person and take it. All I know is to take that thing. Do you know some people have that mentality? Yes, we are all in this world. And this is as a result of people whom these people grew up under. And then you can see somebody asking a man, are you matured enough to marry? Matured enough. You see an elderly man who is maybe up to 30, 35, 40, who have been struggling through life, have met several experiences, but just that he is not yet financially balanced. And you can ask him that kind of stupid question. And then to a girl who had none of this experience, no idea, no foundation, no finance, no property, you'll be able to call her mother plus without asking her any question. Do you see the mentality you pass? Do you see the mentality you naturally passed? Believing that this girl is perfect, and then believing that this old man with all this experience is stupid just because he didn't provide cash. And then to cap it all, the government still, when there is divorce and all those things, would still take children to hand over to these people. These people without life experience. These people without strong experience that should teach them things in life. They don't have it because everything most times is provided for them. And these are the people you hand over children to. And these children will be empty. What these children will just know is how to be haggard, how to be sarcastic in nature, how to. Most people are sarcastic because of they grew up under women. Sarcastic nature. You will see a simple something that should be discussed and reasoned over. And then you see the person rather igniting fights, quarrel, just making argument unnecessarily, speaking out of points, no sense. And you ask, this is an adult up to 40 years. It means this person didn't learn any sense. So if, in fact, in a very good government, we should trace such kind of human being to know who, in short, people shouldn't even grow up under who has not ever have experience. Anybody who has never had experience in life or cannot show experience, they shouldn't allow a child to grow under such a person. That should be the basics of maturity, of counting maturity. You take her in the name of mother. Now they are no longer children. Because they have given birth, they are no longer children. But when they want to marry them at this younger age, you say, hey, they are children. They are still kids. They are still kids. You want to marry them when they don't know anything. And now they still allow them without any sense. They get married and then you start carrying children to give them responsibility. Something they didn't learn by themselves. And now you are handing, they have not trained themselves. They were not trained. They have not trained themselves. And then you take another child, children, to hand over to them to train. Train what? Can you give what you don't have? Hey. The real foundation to position this word, first of all, sensibly, is to train the women, since they are the people that handles our children. Train the women. If you don't train the women, you have a very stupid world. A very, very stupid world. You see these people who ordinarily cannot discuss sense with you, cannot sit and discuss sensible thing, other than fun. You can't sit. How then do you think they can give something reasonable? They can train up a child under them. What kind of children do you think will come from them? What kind of generation? If all of this is what is going to train our tomorrow's leaders, then what are we expecting? This is not a magic. The men go out and busy toiling outside to work and to bring back food for the home. And then in this process, the children are more with their mothers. Maybe still working, but maybe not as their fathers. If we don't position these things very well, there is no need. The world cannot change automatically. It cannot change by the rules you're even creating, because smart people will still become politicians and make stupid rules that is even their mother at home that will tell them, oh,